Sam, we'll first look back to the Easter weekend. The point from the two games, what's your assessment overall?
Yeah, listen, there's a lot of positives to take from the last few games. Tough opposition. As frustrated as you can be for Monday, it was still a good performance on our part. And yeah, lots of positives to take. We're a group that's trying to find a new kind of identity, a way of playing, and the lads seem to be buying into that, which is great.
And if you look at the past three games since the Grimsby defeat, what would you say is the biggest positive that you've seen?
I think it's just communicating to the players the importance of defending both boxes. We've brought Rags in to help the lads. He put his hand up and said he wants to come in and help. So he's been great around the building, getting information into them and helping us plan some drills for them, which has been brilliant, and just shows the togetherness that we have at the club. I know Charlie wants to be playing, but he wants more than anything the team to do well, which echoes the whole group. So that's great, and that's had a huge impact on making us a bit more solid, which in this league is important.
And you must be reaping the rewards of that. The defensive, the help and the ideas. Because a worldie of a free kick and an unfortunate mistake is the only goals we conceded over the last three games.
Yeah, huge positives, and that's credit to not just the defenders, the whole team. We defend as a unit. The forward players put an incredible shift in every game to set the tone, to set the tempo, to give us that solid foundation, but also to give us an attacking threat. At the end of the day, the forward players want to go forward and score goals. That's what they were made for, which is what they want to do. But they understand that the whole job of the team is to attack. The whole job of the team is to defend.
And like you said there, they've maybe put in a couple of thankless shifts over the last two games, but they reap the rewards against Bramley, and when the chances come, you'll obviously back them to put them in the back of the net. Yeah,
I think it's playing with a bit of purpose in and out of possession. They've shown that. We're enjoying our football a lot more. We're playing with that purpose, which is we're doing something we always wanted to do, which is play football. The situation is the situation. If we can put the things that we're working on together and create performances, hopefully the points will come off the back of it.
And do you think that's a key message in football, that obviously you can bark orders from the sidelines, but at the end of the day on the pitch it's about first enjoying yourself and then backing yourself with the expression?
Yeah, and we can help them as much as we can. We can give them the structure and we can give them the organisation. And then once they cross that white line, they have to make the decisions. They're the ones that are trying to find solutions and problem solve on the pitch. It's something that you can't affect when you're on the sideline. All you can do is try and get them physically and mentally ready for the challenges that a game will produce. And we're starting to perhaps reap the rewards, but there's still a long way to go. The lads are working hard every day, taking each game as they can. Like I said, trying to produce the best game that they can possible.
And 5 to go, and we travel to North London this weekend to face Barnet. But is the message just, has it always been that we go there with that fight, that belief, and look to get back to winning ways?
Yeah, I think it's you say belief. You can believe in a lot of things. I think it's knowing and trusting. There's a process involved, and I think the players are starting to believe that and starting to trust themselves, trust their teammates, and know that they're good players and they can be a threat. And Barnet are a good side. Obviously, we're going to be away from home. They're at home, so we'll look at them, see their strengths and weaknesses, see where our game can hurt them, and go from there.
And Monday saw get some important minutes into the likes of Ben Whitfield and others, and how important is, like you said, the whole squad going to be over these next 5 games?
Yeah, massive. It's great to have Wits back around it, not just on the pitch, but being an injured player, sometimes you're on the peripheral. To get him back with the lads, he's a character, he's a personality, everyone likes him. Just to get him back in the building, giving the players a little bit more of experience. So if we can get as many minutes as we can into him, we know what he can do on the pitch, and it's another player from a number of players that we know that can do a job for us.
And obviously you're reaping the rewards as well, that at times this season the injury table has been a lot fuller than it is at the moment, so having them players at your disposal must be really key.
Yeah, it's great. The more competition we can have for places, you're going to get higher levels out of people. That's football. That's natural. We all want the same thing, which is great. It's unfortunate at times that I can only pick so many players in a squad, and I have to leave guys out. I've played with all of them. I know what it feels like. I've played long enough that you want to play. The situation is where we are, that sometimes you just have to park your ego and do what's right for the team and right for the football club. But got no doubt on every single one of them.
And obviously, the table's so tight at the moment. I think on Monday we were in 3-4 different places throughout the game. So, you know, how important is it that, you know, we fully focus on ourselves and go into Barnet with that real fire to pick up points?
Yeah, you can only control what you can control, and that's us, and that's what we've done a lot of over the last few weeks, is just focused on us. We'll have a look at the table at the end of the season.
Cheers, Sam.
Cheers.